Today on WebWorks, we have a pretty rare three-wheeler here. It's a Honda ATC 250, also known as the Big Red. A buddy of mine that I've known since I was like 5 years old. Came across this at Hootie's Farm. A guy by the name of Brandon Joffreys had this sitting in a barn. This is a true barn find. And it's been sitting for, it looks like 175 years. But realistically, it's probably only been sitting, I don't know, 5-10 years, just guessing. It's got a lot of barn dust on it. But we're gonna try to get this thing going. We've already looked in the tank and the tank's pretty rusty, so we're gonna have to address that. Of course, the carburetor is gonna be trash. We're gonna have to clean it up and try to rebuild it on it. So fuel, fire, and compression, we ought to be able to get this thing going. Don't know how the transmission is gonna do, even if it shifts or anything like that. It is in neutral right now, so it does roll. The tires are shot. If we get it running and get it going, I might have another Honda out here we can steal some tires off of just to get it rolling. But we're gonna have to get some tires for it eventually. But yeah, so here's my buddy Jack. Say hey, Jack.
Hey.
So that's my buddy Jack. He bought this thing pretty cheap from what I understand. So we're gonna try to help him get it running today. And let's dig in. First thing we're going to do is get these tires off so we have a little room to work. And a cool thing about these Big Reds here, you could remove thumb screws up here, and this whole rack and fenders will actually flip up out of the way. So maybe that'll help us get to it. But then we're going to take these tires off, probably remove the air box and the gas tank, because we need to start soaking that gas tank down. We looked in there, it's pretty rusty. So we got some vinegar. We're gonna put some vinegar in there, maybe throw a couple 3/8 nuts in there, shake it around, try to knock some of that scaling rust off of the inside of the tank, try to clean it out. Of course, we're gonna have to get that carburetor off, start working it, and then I'd like to check for spark. Jack, did you check for spark already? We'll pull the spark plug out real quick and spin it over and see if we can get some spark on this thing. Another cool thing about this is actually has an electric start, and I got a battery over there that I was going to use for that other four-wheeler I did, but it wouldn't work. So hopefully it'll work on this and we can use that and we'll have electric start. That'd even be better. Perfect. Why do they have washers on them? Huh. All right. Get the other side. This thing has washers on it. If you can see in there, I'm not sure what that's for. I have to look at the rim and make sure it ain't wallered out or anything. They're not cone shaped like normal lug nuts. Yeah, it's been sitting up a while, hasn't it? So if you see right here, these thumb screws, you can take these loose, take the sides pieces off which just pop out. Take these thumb screws loose and this thing should just tilt back. Yeah. Pretty cool, got a kickstand on it. We're gonna remove this gas tank and maybe the air box and the carburetor. And I'm just going to put you guys on fast pace while we do that. So I was removing the air filter and it fell apart in my hand, so definitely going to have to get something to replace that. Pretty bad shape. All right, we got the fuel tank out, and it's, like I say, it's got a bunch of scaling rust in here. What we're gonna do is take these bolts or nuts and throw them down in here. And we're just going to be using that as an aggregate. We're going to pour some vinegar in here to react with the rust. And we'll shake this thing around for about 7 hours and 82 minutes. That should knock out a lot of that scaling off. And this vinegar will help stopping the rust from getting worse. We're just going to pour the whole thing in here. We'll shake it around, let it sit for a little while, shake it around some more, and then we'll flush it out. And we'll see how that works out. While I'm doing that, Jack's going to be taking this air box off and working to get to the carburetor where we can get it off. So if you can look down in there, see all that rust. We're going to try to get all that out. Like I say, it's not too bad, and as long as it don't have pinholes in the tank, I think we're going to be good to go. And we'll shake. You hear that? Those nuts and bolts. Things like a shake weight. We're gonna let that sit for a while we work on this other stuff. It's got like a little pin right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Should be off there. We can pull it up. Perfect. Let's get this clamp off, and then we'll just roll that whole carburetor up out of the way where I can get take this vent hose off. Just pull it all the way out of there. There we go. Well, there's another vent line on the bottom. That broke. But it's just a vent. I ain't too concerned about that. Just unscrew it, Jack. Oh, ready to go. It's going forever. The throttle's sticky. Yeah, there we go. All right. Don't actually look bad in there. I mean, it's got some corrosion or some carbon, but I thought it'd be a lot worse than what it is. See that green? That's just old varnished gas. That's what we're going to be cleaning out of this thing. There we go. All right. All right, first thing we're going to do is start blowing this apart. And I got this sonic cleaner that we're going to use. We'll put all the pieces and parts in here, and then we'll see if we can get this thing cleaned up. Man, this thing is dirty. Okay, we're gonna have to take this idle screw out, take the bowls off, get all the jets out, and then we'll get to cleaning this thing. We're gonna try to be real careful when we're pulling this bowl and stuff, because I would like for the gaskets to stick around. All right, come on, come on. Oh yeah, it's not in the greatest shape, but it's in a shape. See that? We're gonna try to clean all this mess out. Gotta get these jets out. It's sticky, but at least they're not corroded and stuck in there. That helps, even though they're a little bit sticky. There we go. The needle and seat don't look too bad. I was expecting way worse than that. Good deal. And I'm glad to see this is actually a OEM carburetor. It's not one of those Chinese knockoff things or anything like that. It's actually, if you look right here, that's the dead giveaway, that symbol right there. Oh wow, I've always seen a diaphragm in here. I've never seen one like this. How's it work without a diaphragm? Jackson? Usually you got a vacuum and the diaphragm pulls that throttle thing up. but this one's got like a lever on it. We're gonna set this down in there, turn it on for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and check on it. In the meantime, I think we're gonna go over here and check and see if this thing's got fire. So we're gonna pull the spark plug, put the battery in it, and see if this thing is spin over and spark. All right, I always pull it from the boot. Don't ever pull it from the wire, especially on these old bikes. Like that, perfect. We're going to go ahead and get the spark plug out and look at it. So the spark plug looks a little dark, a little black, but it's not in bad shape. We're going to clean that up and reuse it. While I'm cleaning this spark plug up, Jack's going to get this battery installed.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Yeah, it's kind of a bad spot for a battery. Oh, get it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Jackson got the battery in it. We're gonna flip it on and see if anything happens. The light comes on, it's in neutral. Push that starter button and see if it spins over. Oh yeah. With the spark plug being out of it, it spins over real easy, and the starter works, the light comes on. Oh, it's got a light too. Hey, and the cool thing about these things too, that light actually will come loose from there, and you can pull it off and use it as a spotlight. That's a pretty cool feature of this bike. So it spins over, the battery's working, it comes on. We just gotta check for spark now. So I got the spark plug all cleaned up, and I checked the gap, and it's got one. So put this on there and then lay it up against the head of the bike, and that way we can check and see if it'll spark when we turn it over. I'm gonna put it up against this head right here to get a ground. All right, spin it over, Jack. Yeah, it's got a good spark. So we got so excited trying to get this thing sparked over and turned over and put the battery in it, we forgot to check the oil. We definitely need to check the oil, because if it don't have any oil in it, as soon as it busts off, we'll probably blow this thing up. So we don't want that to happen. Come on, I might need a tool, man. This thing's tight. Yeah, give me something.
Go ahead and break it.
If we break it, we're just gonna say there's oil in it. Yeah. There we go. Just stuck on there. So, do you supposed to screw it all the way in, or are you just stick it in there and check it?
Stick it and check it.
We're screwing it all the way in. It's all the way up to the top here. Our sonic cleaner's done its job, and we're gonna pull that stuff out and start cleaning this carburetor up. But I got a couple little carburetor cleaning tools that'll help out. This kind of gets into the little bitty spaces and holes in the carburetor that need to be cleaned out. We're going to clean all that stuff up, put it back together, and fingers crossed, hopefully we can get this thing busted off. The carburetor all rebuilt, got it put back on here. I put a little bit of WD-40 around here to help slide it on. Got the throttle cable on. But I put a little fuel in here from a squirt bottle, and we're gonna see if it'll fire up. It's in the run mode. Choke this way, I assume? All right, got it choked. Fire in the hole. It fired. Boom! Smoking just a little bit, and that might blow out. Fired up. Easy. Nice. Boom. Are you kidding me? Blowing the dust out of it. Looks like it's got pretty good compression. That is awesome. Now all we gotta do is get a gas tank for it. That actually works. Sounds good. Awesome. All right, it's about to run out of gas anyway. Good news on the home front. Now all we have to do is get the gas tank flushed out, and hopefully all that rust got out of it, and then we'll put it all back together. Might be riding this in just a little bit. How's my hair, Jack? Okay, I got updates. We got it busted off and we started cleaning out the fuel tank. The shutoff valve for the fuel was in terrible shape, wasn't working, so I got that took apart, cleaned up. We got the tank cleaned up. You can't really see inside of it. Got the shutoff valve cleaned up and working. We got to go to town and get some fuel filters and maybe try to make something happen with an air filter. Jack got all the air box and everything on there. That's the air filter. It's just got the screen left. We'll get back here, put this thing together. We got some fresh new fuel line that we're going to put on it, and then put the fuel filters on there, and then we see if this thing will move. All right, we're back. We got fuel filter. We got something that we're going to try to do with this, because it ain't like you can go to the store and find a air filter for a 1985 Honda bigred. Get started putting the fuel tank back on, getting all the lines hooked back up, get the fuel filter on it, see if we can do something about the air filter. So let's get after it. So we found this sponge at the parts store, and it's kind of filter. It's foam. Jackson's gonna cut it. We're gonna wrap it around the screen. I got some K&N oil. We're gonna lightly spray it with that K&N oil, and hopefully that's gonna be a temporary fix that's gonna permanently stay in there probably, but we're gonna do that. And Jack's gonna order a filter that actually goes on this bike offline, see if he can find one. But until then, we're gonna do that. Okay, so we got we got it on there. It's better than nothing, right guys? So lightly mist that on here a little bit. This will help trapping dust and dirt and debris. He's definitely gonna need to order another one from the internets. Perfect. What do you think, Jack?
Look good for me.
Looks good from here. Looks good from my house. Like I say, we'll finish up this fuel tank and see if we can get it to run off its own power. Install. All right, we got the tank on there, got the fuel lines hooked up, got the air filter on, and we got some gas in it. We're checking for leaks now. Everything looks good so far. Got the brake adjusted out a little bit. Let's see if it works. It don't work at all. Oh, this is the front one over here. Yeah, that one works. Yeah, I was using the wrong one. My bad. Let's see if it'll crank up on its own power and run off its own fuel. one. No leaks. We're gonna have to tie strap some things up. Maybe idle it up just a little bit.
Blue smoke, that's all.
A little bit, but it could be that the rings are gummy. The idle's a little bit up and down, but it's running. All right, I think we need to change the oil, and then we could try this thing out. So Jack put some air in the tire. We're gonna put the seat on, and hopefully this will be the first time this thing's moved on its own power in at least 5 or 6 years. And this thing actually has a reverse on it, which is pretty cool. First time moving. Now we did have to steal some tires for the back, but he's gonna get some tires for that. Smoking a little bit, but just because she smoked don't mean she broke. Is it? Hey, it's a little bit narrow in the back because them wheels.
I didn't realize how big that hole was.
Oh yeah. That thing looks dangerous. That's why. Jack let me jump on it real quick, and I rode it around the trails for a second. That thing is awesome. 100%. I can understand why in 1986 they were outlawed in the United States. Very, very tippy, very dangerous machine, but it's fun. Just got to be careful with it. We're gonna wash this thing. It is super dirty, but I have a feeling it's gonna clean up really, really good. You can see all the dirt and barn dust all over it. Let's see if this thing's gonna wash up good. Oh yeah, it's gonna do real good, I think. Let's get after it. So we beat the rain, and we got this thing driving and riding on its own. It cleaned up pretty good for a 40-year-old three-wheeler. I mean, it's got some issues, a little broke piece down there, a little rust here, but all in all, great little bike. Turned out really good. Like I say, it's gonna be a lot of fun to ride, but it is gonna be dangerous. Just be careful, you'll be fine. Uh-oh, already got mud on it. That's okay, never happened. That's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one.